in the last 4 minutes before a Zoom interview video for a job potentially. But I don't know. I wanted to make a video, but also I did want to do a whole setup and all the nonsense and stuff. So yeah, what the hell is this? Oh, it's a microphone. Bleh. Sorry. I'm a little bit sleepy today, a little bit groggy because I wanted to wake up in time for this interview, and I woke up too early. No sleep, none whatsoever. So I, I'm not entirely sure what I wanted to talk about. I I think I just really want to make a video now so that I could get into the rhythm again because I do want to come back to YouTube on top of Twitch, on top of OnlyFans, on top of Just for Fans. I'm kind of like putting toes in every single pond right now. But I suppose, the one hard thing has been actually this job hunt. Because when I came back from the hospital and everything, I didn't have my job. Um, And the sad thing is, there was like no communication because I never got my cell phone because they had to wheel me out in to an ambulance because it was an emergency call, uh, and so I never had my phone. I had no means of communication the whole time that I was in the hospital and the whole time I was in the clinic. So they really had no context. Like, as far as they were concerned, I was like just some no show, just someone that, never showed up to work one day and every day between. Hold on, can I fix that? Where is it? Oh no. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit better. I don't like the way that little tip is, but it can't be helped. I like this knot though. It's a fun one. Butterfly. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, and I've applied over there multiple times, and I've even gone over and talked to one of the managers about the whole situation, but I don't think that was enough. And you know, even though I would say that whole experience being concierge at that hotel was my dream job, and it gave me so much fulfillment and made me feel just so happy and satisfied with myself. I think that it's actually not on the cards for me anymore. I don't think they're going to hire me. They had another new position open for a night auditor, so I tried that, but so I ended up finding just going through the any job will do type thing. The one I'm getting interviewed for is with Farmers Insurance. I'll admit there is no passion, no intrigue, nothing really heartening in this. It would just be a job, but I came back in May at my mom's behest. I did not look for a job for at least the first month and a half that I was back because I still needed a lot of recovery, and she was right. I did. I would have been in no shape. I was still incredibly wheelchair bound. I couldn't even get through the house. Like, our house is not wheelchair accessible, but the parts that are, I had to use, and what I couldn't use, I needed a walker instead. So I was still just so fucked up. It was terrible. It was horrendous. But you know, I also feel like I should have applied for jobs then because everything seemed to dry up in that little moment, and it just turned into a long stretch of applying, and nothing turning up. And the problem is, in a town like this, I can't even really go for unemployment because there's so few jobs in this town that by the time I've completed the application minimum to qualify for continued unemployment, I've already done pretty much every job available in town, and a lot of them put like blocks nowadays. They have like blocks on the application, so I can't just like apply again and again and again. Once they have it inside their records, they're like, no, we don't need you to apply again. We can contact you. We can get it got. We'll take care of it. So it's like there's 1,000 different roadblocks. There's everything is working against me. It's just again, I think just another part of the curse of living in a small town. It's actually a horrible life. It's really just. I'm going to be so happy when we do finally leave this town. And I'll be honest, I never want to see anywhere rural or small ever again. Like, I want concrete. I want people. I want life. I want happiness. And I genuinely don't think I have ever experienced any genuine happiness in this town at all. It's just terrible. But we have to fix up the house. We have to get it on the market. We have to find someone who will buy it for what it's worth, which is shockingly quite a lot. And that's actually maybe a bit of a bad thing, I would say. Just because the fact that this house is worth a lot puts it out of the hands of a lot of local buyers, even a lot of out of state buyers. But, and the other problem with that is like time adds up. I remember the first house we had, well, not the first house, but the first house I remember in Arizona, when we first put it on the market, it sat there for 7 years before we sold it. Luckily enough, the house in Las Vegas, it sold pretty fast. But that's the one thing I'm worried about. It's like, if, in a certain way, as bad as this sounds, I almost wish we could just sell the house as is with all of its problems. Take the L, take the loss, and because I think it would be more accessible to the types of people that would be moving to this town or would be wanting a house in this town. Because I think when we fix it up, it's just going to be too valuable for the demographic of who would want to live in this town. I don't know. But yeah, huge long struggle for a job search. In the stuff at the college, there were at least two jobs at the college that I was intrigued by and really wanted. The one was kind of basic, just like front desk, just be there, monitor the people coming in, the ones going, chat, give them advice, help them out, give directions, etc. It sounded easy, chill, good. And the fact that I applied when I was still, like, I would say 60% wheelchair bound, it just sounded like an ideal job to jump into before I was fully recovered. They've had an extremely long curation process to, find a candidate for these jobs. So by the time I realized I didn't get the job, I was actually already walking pretty much all the time normally, semi normally. I still have a lot of endurance problems. I don't think I could walk to the gym now yet. I want to try it, but I'm also scared of what's going to happen. But yeah, there was that job, and the other one was incredible sounding. Assistant to the head of the nursing department. Like, and one of my teachers, Simone, that I've had in like 50 classes. I literally took every class that she had offered throughout the entire time I was at that college. But she even gave me the personal recommendation for that job. And she ended up pulling me aside and telling me that she didn't know what it was. She didn't have any actual information or details about it, but she said that she had heard there was something on my record that made me considered unhireable, and I really do not know what it could possibly be. There's one issue I remember some years back where my college account, the email account, was hacked and somebody pushed through like this really horrendous, graphic, vulgar email. And I knew about this only because I sent a lot of stuff to one of my other email accounts. So I got a notification off that. And I saw what was happening, and I went and tried to change the password, and before I knew it, my whole account was deleted. And I didn't feel like going in because I wasn't an active student at the time, and I felt like it would be disingenuous to pop back into the college and be like, oh, hey, can I get my email address back? Yeah, I'm probably not going to enroll anytime soon, but could I get my email address back? No, that's not going to. No, it would be stupid to even consider that notion. So I just didn't pursue it. And I don't know if that. I think I did try to send them an email. I can't fully remember, but I think I may have. But that's like the only situation I can think of that in any way could have reflected badly on me. So, I really don't know. And it's confusing. It's incredibly disheartening because, like Simone said, I was extremely qualified for this position. There were other positions too that I feel, at least for myself, that I would be extremely qualified for. And it's like there's just something on a piece of paper in a file cabinet somewhere that is making me ineligible for these jobs. It's just incredibly. I don't know. It doesn't. I know this is a kind of a silly thing to say, but it doesn't feel fair. It. I don't know. Like, but you know what? That's really life in the end. You can't really control things. You can't truly control your own narrative, even because you're built on the perceptions of the people around you. And when they have an opinion, when they've made their decisions, that's it. That's the end. The only other thing I could think of, too, with the college would be, stuff that the sperm donor may have said about me and my mom because he would slander us a lot and make a lot of false accusations. He said that my mom and I were beating him. He said that they were abusive. He was the one that punched my mother in the face. He punched her right in the eye, the poor thing. And it was for no literal reason at all. It was bizarre. And I think the one time she really snapped and got sick of him and lost any love she may have had for him was when he did something. He went after me, started hitting me. So, there's like this old thing. It was like the women will take any level of abuse, but when they see it come across their children, that's when it's dangerous. And I understand that. I believe that. And I just remember I had told my mother to divorce him ever since I was like 11 years old. So, I don't know. Life's just really complicated. It's nonsensical. It's a little bit just plain old ridiculous sometimes. It's stupid. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing. This is the one singular ultimate truth of everything I've experienced, everything I've gone through, everything I have suffered and enjoyed. Ultimately, it's all just the fact that I don't know anything. I and I try to understand, and I always try to be positive. I always try to be happy, to be the person who will just give second chances to the universe, to people, to life. Because, honestly, just because I'm scared. Really. I'm actually in constant fear of the uncertainty, of the randomness, of the chaos that is everywhere in life, but it's so far beyond my ability to control. It's beyond my ability to influence that I smile, I laugh, I make silly jokes. I do stuff that enables me to hide from that, that enables me to be purely in the moment and detached. Because when you really step forward and face life with no restrictions, no caution, it kills you. It really does. It it's the most terrifying thing in this universe. Just life, just what it does, what it can destroy, the way it can tear you apart. I don't know. I gotta get ready for this damn interview, but I don't know what this was. I just wanted to make something that I could upload and say, hey, there's a new YouTube video. Once again, it's still in this damn Twitch corner, but I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, remember, life always gets better as long as you work at it brick by brick. See you guys. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.